believe I'm going to do this. All right. I've noticed a lot on YouTube. They do this open box thing, so I bought something new the other day. Let's do the open box. I don't know, I think we'll add some information or something to make it a little bit more interesting than just opening a box of something new. So let's do that right when we come back. Okay, we're at the home improvement store the other day and walked in, needed an angle grinder, and it was like, wait a minute, now this one's only $29. It's 4.5 inch. It's Porter Cable, which they seem to be a pretty good brand name. So I got pretty excited about that and thought, well, you know, what we'll do is I guess we'll grab that and maybe do a little open box thing. Most tools are usually wood tools or whatever I have kicking around, but I also do welding and some metal fabrication work and stuff. You know, so it's really, you need an angle grinder, you need a bunch of angle grinders. This one here is a pretty good buy. How good's the quality? Well, I don't know, but let's do the open box, shall we? So we're gonna cut the tape so that we can get into this guy and have a look at it and see what we got. The 4.5 inch really is probably about the right size for most jobs around the household. Comes in a nice box, yeah, well packed. There's a pile of instructions. You can just keep reading those forever, I guess. And then we've got nicely, yep, it's a good heavy. Wow, it is really heavy. I'm surprised how much weight that guy has. Actually, by the pound, that's a pretty good buy. And there she be, the brand new Porter Cable 4.5 inch grinder. Now, a couple things to note about these guys. I have used many of them in the past, and I always insist on having this on here, one side or the other, but I insist on having it. If you've ever taken this off, you will get hurt, and it's not safe. So always put that bad boy on so you can, you know, really get into your work. Now, this one has a nice little stopping lock button, so it'll help you to tighten this up when you're, you know, going to be changing bits. There you go, it's locked in now there. Then it unlocks, take your finger off. It has the, it's a locked on switch, so don't be fooled because you got to push that to let it go. And again, most of these angle grinders seem to be pretty much about the same quality. I really can't say I have a favorite. I had a Makita for a very long time. Okay, in the box we have, yes, one grinding wheel. Ooh la la. So that's pretty cool. So that's a great little grinding wheel, and that's a good general purpose grinding wheel. Probably do a lot of different work with that. Now, while I was at the home improvement store, I'm going to show you what else I bought for the angle grinder because, again, it was on sale, but what a great price. I got this full set of DeWalts. Now, these are 4.5 inch, and they're going to fit most of your angle grinders, so that's a nice package. And you got a little bit of everything there in the pack, 4-piece there. And they were only something like $9 or something on sale. So that was like, that is an awesome extra. You're going to need it for your angle grinder because depending on how much work you do, one of these stones can last you, well, I've had them last, you know, years, and I've also had them last only a few days depending on kind of work I'm doing. And let's see what we got here. It just looks like just a sort of a general purpose type. It's a metal grinding tool, so you can use it. The biggest problem I have with these types is they're very thick across here. So if you want to cut metal or just act as a cutter or something, this is really just not really the right wheel to use at all. But at sometimes, you know, you're going to have to make do with what you got sometimes. And that's why I grabbed these pieces here, because they've got some very thin pieces in there that are, you know, you can cut metal almost like a pencil line virtually with these. And that was a good buy. I will probably, I don't know if I'll stick to DeWalt or something for wheels, but you know, for the price, it was like, man, I can't beat that, and I'm going to need lots of wheels. So I used to have a huge collection of these things, and unfortunately, they were all 4-inch anyway. So maybe I was glad, you know, I sold them. Makita, they made the angle grinder of angle grinders for a very long time. Porter Cable, I really don't know that much about them, but I guess they should be a pretty good quality tool. So I like the brand name. So yep. And hey, thanks for watching Coffee and Tools, and let's get into good stuff the next coming few weeks, right? Bye for now.